Interested in getting tickets to a concert or sporting event? Use SeatGeek and get $20 off on your next purchase with promo code OBERSPORTS. That's OBERSPORTS, OBERSPORTS. What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here. So, the Milwaukee Bucks, another victory. 50th of the year, the first team in the NBA, 250 wins. They are now 50-8 with an 8-game lead on the Toronto Raptors for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They beat the Raptors tonight 108-97. Tonight's game started really bad for the Bucks. I was getting a lot of repressed memories coming back of playing the Raptors in Scotiabank Arena in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But the Bucks, their defense tonight especially, that was the big key for the Bucks tonight. Their offense was a little shaky at times, but efficient and got the job done when it needed. But the defense is really the big story. The Raptors were hitting some threes early on, but then the Bucks, especially in that third quarter, I saw they were playing really, really good perimeter defense, and they ran the Raptors off of the three-point line, and they just could not get anything established inside in the paint. I think Raptors must have only had, it had to be less than 5 points in the paint in the third quarter. But the Bucks, their defense and on the interior is just suffocating, and it further proves the point. You can't beat the Bucks unless you shoot the lights out of the building. And for a while, it looked like the Raptors were going to do that. But the Bucks tightened up a little bit on the perimeter, and they were able to limit the Raptors in the third quarter. And that's really where they kind of made the distance between them and the Raptors. The Raptors did have a little bit of a spurt at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but the Bucks were able to withstand that. They only got to within 5, and then they ended up winning by 11. So overall, though, an extremely impressive victory for the Bucks. They played 3 games in 4 days, second night of a back-to-back. Chris Middleton had 40 minutes last night. He comes back here, and he's the leading scorer on the Bucks tonight. So, Chris Middleton especially, him hitting those jump shots, those mid-range jump shots. It's just unlocked everything for this Bucks offense, and I'm really glad that Budenholzer decided to let Middleton, play his game like that, because when Middleton is hitting those shots, it's just really, really hard to beat the Bucks because there's just nothing there. It's so hard to defend. If he's gonna hit those contested mid ranges on you all the time, what are you gonna do? And Giannis tonight, not his best night, 5 of 14 shooting, but he played smart, and he did exactly what he needed to do. He passed the ball. He was able to get the ball to his teammates, 8 assists, and that was the big key for Giannis. And he hit a couple of mid-range shots, too, on 2 threes, actually, 2 corner threes. I can't believe Giannis actually hit 2 corner threes. I honestly don't think I've seen him hit a corner 3 this year. He is never hitting those threes in the corner. It's usually near the top of the arc, but nonetheless, I'm extremely happy that he did. Both of them came at very, very big moments for the Bucks. And the last one ended up being, I think, the dagger. I think it put the Bucks up 13. I don't know. It was the big shot that really sealed the deal, I think, for the Bucks. And just all around a great win, fantastic win. And this squad definitely is better, in my opinion, than last year. They handled a game like this way better than they would have last year. This was an intense atmosphere. Both teams were fighting really hard. They were just smarter about it this time. They didn't let the crowd get involved that much. And, at Scotiabank, it's going to be loud. It's going to be really, really tough environment to play in, but they didn't let it get to their heads, and they were able to keep the crowd out of it for most of the game. The Raptors, they got theirs on occasion. They were going to hit some, ridiculous threes. Fred VanVleet was going to get open for a 3 here and there. But overall, they played a really good game. They played the Raptors really, really well, and I'm really glad that they pulled out the victory. And I wasn't honestly expecting them to win tonight. I really wasn't, because not only is Scotiabank a house of horrors for the Bucks, but, coming off of a back-to-back on the road, Chris Middleton had 40 minutes the other night, our second-best player. I just did not expect the Bucks to come in and win, but they did, and they once again proved that they're the best team in the NBA. I don't know what more they have to do. I feel like they've beaten every single top team in either league right now. So I'm trying to think, actually, of the teams that the Bucks have yet to beat on both sides. Maybe the Nuggets. But again, I mean, the only reason they lost to the Nuggets because the Nuggets had like what 20-some threes in that game too. And if you can hit threes against the Bucks, sure you're gonna beat them, but you have to hit like 20 of them. You have to just go off from three, and that's what the Raptors did last Eastern Conference Finals. And the Bucks weren't able to keep pace because the Raptors' defense was just so good, and we had a really poor shooting stretch in those Eastern Conference Finals, and that's why the Bucks ended up losing. But tonight, they handled themselves extremely well. They faced down the adversity, and they were able to pull out a victory. And it was an extremely big one. And it almost, that 8-game lead, it just, with the Bucks now having a 2-0 season series lead over the Raptors, it just seems massive, that big lead the Bucks have. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a comment in the comments section below. How do you think the Bucks will fare in the NBA playoffs against the Raptors or the Celtics or any of the top teams in the Eastern Conference? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at AlbertSports41512 and on Instagram username Jacob_Ober. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Bucks.